Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 9, Incident Response Execution. We've talked about preparation, identification, and evidence analysis. Now, we dive into the heart of the action. What happens when a security incident is confirmed and we need to act decisively to manage it? This is where the plan meets reality. Learning objectives. In this critical module, our goals are to equip you with the knowledge to execute an effective incident response. We'll focus on understanding the process for that crucial initial assessment of security incidents. We will learn key strategies for containing the situation effectively to prevent further damage. We'll grasp the essential steps involved in completely eradicating threats and safely recovering affected systems. And throughout, we'll emphasize the vital importance of timeliness, solid planning, and learning from every incident to continuously improve our response capabilities. Incident response. Incident response is an organized approach to addressing and managing the aftermath of a security breach or cyber attack. It follows predefined steps like identification, containment, eradication, recovery, lessons learned to minimize damage, reduce recovery time, and lower costs. Incident response is not simply fixing a technical glitch, routine IT help desk support, solely preventative security measures like firewalls, though related, or an unplanned, chaotic reaction to a security alert. It's a specific, structured process for handling security incidents. Incident response lifecycle. The standard incident response lifecycle involves preparation, identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and finally, lessons learned. While preparation is ongoing and identification often triggers the response, this module zooms in on the active execution phases. We're talking about that initial assessment, which refines our identification, the critical steps of containment, the cleanup involved in eradication, and the process of recovery. Our goal during execution is always coordinated, efficient, and effective action designed to minimize the impact of the incident on the organization. Step 1. Initial assessment. So, an incident is confirmed. What's the very first step in execution? It's performing an initial assessment to understand exactly what we're dealing with. This isn't the full deep dive analysis yet, but a rapid evaluation to gauge the situation's severity and scope. We need to ask ourselves some key questions immediately. How widespread is this breach? What kinds of systems or data are potentially compromised? Is it sensitive customer data, intellectual property, or operational data? Critically, is the attack still active, or has the immediate threat passed? Answering these helps us understand the landscape. Based on the answers to those initial questions, our swift evaluation allows us to categorize the incident. Is this a low-risk event? Perhaps a single malware infection on a non-critical workstation? Is it moderate risk, maybe a compromised user account? Or is it high risk, like a ransomware outbreak encrypting servers or evidence of sensitive data exfiltration? This categorization is vital because it directly informs the urgency of our response, the level of resources we need to deploy, and how we prioritize our immediate tasks. We need to leverage our tools to gather data and gain situational awareness quickly. Security information and event management, or SIEM systems, are invaluable here, helping us correlate logs and events from across the network to pinpoint anomalies. Intrusion detection systems, IDS, or prevention systems, IPS, can provide immediate alerts on suspicious activities. Containment strategies. Once we have a grasp of the situation, the immediate priority shifts to containment. The goal here is simple but critical: to stop the bleeding. We need to prevent the incident from spreading further and causing more damage. In the cyber realm, network isolation or segmentation is a key strategy. This could involve implementing firewall rules, changing VLAN configurations, or completely disconnecting affected segments to restrict attacker movement or malware propagation. Containment also involves focusing on the specific devices, servers, workstations, laptops that have been compromised. This is endpoint containment. Modern endpoint detection and response, or EDR tools, are incredibly helpful here, as they often allow security teams to remotely quarantine an infected system. This isolates the endpoint from the network, preventing it from attacking other systems or exfiltrating data, while still allowing us, the responders, to connect to it carefully for analysis. Speed as a containment strategy. Speed often differentiates a minor, manageable incident from a major, catastrophic event. The analogy of a dam bursting is apt. Swift action to patch the breach can prevent widespread flooding. Cyber incidents, particularly malware outbreaks or active intrusions, thrive on delays. Every minute wasted gives attackers more time to spread, escalate privileges, destroy data, or exfiltrate sensitive information. Delay can lead directly to severe consequences: reputational damage, significant financial loss, and complex legal issues. Readiness and situational awareness are paramount. How do we achieve that necessary speed and effectiveness in containment? It comes down to preparation. Having a well-defined incident response plan, IRP, that outlines containment procedures for different scenarios is essential. But a plan on paper isn't enough. Regular drills, tabletop exercises, and simulations are crucial to hone the team's readiness, coordination, and decision-making skills. Practice ensures that when a real incident occurs, the team can act decisively and cohesively. Step 3. Once the incident is contained, we move to eradication, the phase focused on eliminating the root cause of the incident. This involves a structured approach. First, we need to fully identify the impact, conduct a deeper analysis, gather and preserve evidence carefully, and document findings. Ensure affected systems are truly isolated. Then, remediate. Remove the malware. Disable any breached user accounts. Close exploited vulnerabilities by applying patches and updates. Finally, validate that the threat is truly gone through thorough scans and checks. With the threat eradicated, we proceed to recovery, restoring affected systems and services to normal operation safely. This isn't just flipping a switch. It involves carefully restoring data from known clean backups. Performing system integrity checks is crucial to ensure everything is functioning correctly and hasn't been tampered with. We need to monitor the recovered systems closely for any signs of trouble. Step 4. Post-incident. This is learning and improving. Recovery might feel like the end, but perhaps the most critical phase for long-term security posture is next. 1. Conduct a thorough post-incident review. 2. Get the response team and relevant stakeholders together. Discuss what happened, analyze the timeline, evaluate the response actions. What went well? What could have been done better? Consider it like a sports team reviewing game footage to identify weaknesses and improve strategy for the next match. 3. The insights gained from that post-incident review must be translated into tangible improvements. Use the lessons learned to update your incident response plan, refine communication protocols, and enhance technical defenses. 4. Foster that cross-departmental collaboration involving IT, security, legal, HR, and communications. Everyone has a role. 5. Remember, preparedness is your most potent weapon. Proactive measures, regular drills, and ongoing training based on real incidents build true resilience. So, let's wrap up Module 9 on incident response execution. We've seen that initial assessment is crucial for understanding scope and severity, guiding the entire response. Containment is about limiting the damage quickly through isolation and segmentation, where timeliness is absolutely critical. Eradication involves systematically removing the threat, followed by safe recovery of systems and data. And crucially, post-incident analysis drives the continuous improvement cycle, strengthening defenses for the future. Remember, successful incident response execution relies heavily on solid planning, regular practice, clear coordination, and a commitment to learning from every event. It's not if an incident will happen, but when and how ready you'll be. Thanks, and see you on the next module.